minya time stone be build from the back near say Kotoko na omo press high Kwame Poku press it so across to folk defenders no any time on the ball so anytime we have to focus be build there biano e kunadu ya Dominic of no sesibi na omeja reform ponsa wo manim ho so has to folk build up in a 2-1 build up 2-1 build up has to folk build up biana runs for double left back ekonanim kakra Emmanuel Mankwa ekonanim na baba beka kunadu ya Dominic of sesibi Kwesi Asma any Hussein pushi ko minim na baba beka reform ponsa so anytime we have to folk build up biano a 2-1 the two center backs kunadu ya Dominic of sesibi ana amponsa it's a series of examples
coming from this picture and it looks like Albert Samuel was playing more for number 10
good
behind Kwame Poku
no clear
into ideally onana say press here obejina amponsa so
no clear
na 2-1 cause easy between Kunedu Sabakunya pass bakuma bakwa wa render Kwame Poku useless.
Kwame Poku no some press so
there is no point in the pressing game. Take Kotoko press na there.
Kotoko Karim Zito amo man press cra that was the instruction. Amo press.
Was it a good decision? Because I'm saying this because how to folk two center backs in the center backs almost show several times to say Sabon could tell now me comfortable. The ball check.
Good. And in this case, nanka ya de esa Kwame Poku etimi press pa na nka Kotoko betime wini boss ni bebrenya turnover.
Wow.
By na Kwame Poku press so my house of folk patch my picture ni nko. And my house of folk enya sa time no to build from the back.
Okay.
And at the current house of folk can ball long boss ni say. Ne midfielder so you no Hussein onwa.
No correct.
Nanim ho miensa no. Martin Kakari, Hamza Isa, Anna Sankiki.
Yeah.
Omo nyina anwa. So house of folk build there. From the back 2-1 build up by coach Karim Zito as to post adie we nyina o decide say Kotoko defender oma Albert Amwa ebe ka midfielders no ma 5 so Kotoko defended in a 4-5-1
exactly
Kotoko defender oja Albert Amwa oja Kwame Poku nkwa wenim ho na wa ma Albert Amwa aba be ka midfielder in team baba ya haya and wisdom no ma ye nipa 5 so those house of folk pass ball by ball nko
na any reason why Kotoko decided to do that question back na me pese bibisa ososo ne say unim diensi anansen che dwamna no a oye central midfielder no ono operate more from the wings na Baba Yaya no say operate more deep in midfield. Is there any reason why Kotoko is doing that?
Because coach Karim Zito buy no who say Kotoko concede goals. So I was also finding a way to make omu goals omu concede no esote. So be here defensive stability. And in that process time there was so more players behind the ball. Because now say Kotoko no omu concede before say coach Karim Zito baba. Yeah. And that problem is set without the ball no almost structure no almost just spaces bebre. Okay. So say my banner me pesa Kotoko ever consider bebre dia. I was me finding approach without the ball. You bring more numbers behind the ball. Now you better limit opponent in spaces. So any game no.
Then necessary ade na chain on call in na Baba Yaya non call wings so.
Because obi obesama fullback in defensive cover.
Good. I see.
Obi obema ni full enti no di change am na to right no. So anytime you are Kotoko be defend Biano, 4 at the back, 5 in the midfield, no major Kwame Poku nkwa we anymore. And it has to focus crab ball pass by ball no omo pass no metro na ben finfi na kwa actually na ben finfi. So Kotoko nya numbers in the midfield and has to focus ent mean break Kotoko midfield no and create chances no mo peno. And a man has to focus decide say any number target be a Patrick Esi Edu no. Because now says watch Kotoko game sir. Majority of omu goals no e wo baby a Patrick Esi Edu no. So has to folk ehun say mfimfi on Kotoko enya numbers a double lap no. Na wo say omu target baby a Patrick Esi Edu the left back of Kotoko. So anytime dia has e be build up bia na fi de no mo mfa mfimfi bi. On say mankwa wo push akonanima akwa kama Martin Kakari Hussein na no ye midfielder no or say ba baby a Patrick Esi Edu no. So anytime dia has to folk e be build up bia no nipa be 3 Eko jina baby a Patrick Kesi Edu no. But at the same time, omen two defenders no. The 2-1 build up no ho. By this time, omen for born in fin. Omo targeting baby a Patrick Kesi Edu no. So how to folk decide say Kotoko ebo 5 midfielders there. Adena yen target baby a Patrick Kesi Edu no. Na you overload Patrick Kesi Edu.
Because I think say a right decision because Wisdom Bassi defensively or a bit weak kakra. And I said, so more attacking minded, fullback. Inti said, yeah, Ojina, I said, you any defensively or you weaker. And I had to focus on targets there. But Martin Kakari now carry ball in the corner area, no. Oh, it's me, baby.
That's where I am the so put this question and say, not a right, say, Coach Watara Bears idea. A Coach Watara, STD Kotoko weakness, which over credit to Coach Watara.
Yeah, it was a good one.
By a Hase Susuna. Karim Zito so chase on see you coach.
Okay.
Karim Zito who say house of folk 10 year ni Patrick Jina. Patrick is here one.
Yeah.
After they ready here. Coach Karim Zito so yeah.
Okay.
House of folk a creative overloader. Na coach Karim Zito so creative burden challenge. The players na house of folk e coach na Patrick is here one. Na Kotoko so use nipa 4. Say why no players was outside.
4v3 Kotoko 4. Hats of folk or 3.
So initially, na has to folk na what numbers for Patrick Kesi Edu area. By Coach Karim Zito whom Sadi and say obi creative overload sir. O cancel no with bedding channels. No so creative 4 players or after they has to folk sir right on and on the baby Patrick Kesi Edu left side or no. After they Kotoko asa cancel Sadi. So approach be na has to folk be you be no. Coach Karim Zito no Kotoko e cancel Sadi no. And my house of folk ineffective our attack. And it's a game Libya. Now has to folk attack and the best.
No correct.
Because approach beyond be Yusubiano, na Kotoko a cancel Sadiano. So when they call Sir Patrick Esiaduono, and Karim Zito so a creative bedding channels 4 versus 3 or sour numbers for Sir area ho. After the Muntimu exploited Patrick Esiedu area ho. That was a smart move from Coach Karim Zito. But only Bibi in the second half, at the time I say Martin Kakari Efrim amama oli wayo abano ana Coach Watara eyi Sankiki edene the left side the left wing ana odema oli wayo to the right wing and after the second half nearby na has to folk yusu Stephen Apia Sankiki area hono so the only saver Mohamed Kamara here no was from the left side in the second half as Sankiki boss ashota Mohamed Kamara eyi so yes our changes no and also Kotoko stop post ade no ana chire Coach Watara as I introduce you Aziz and Samoa Boateng on some top strikers and therefore the assassin son and son of a ball a 4-4-2 yanko high boss long boss no mumpim and also so ablo Anna Henry Ansu
Ansu is doing very well
and not to be honest with you
Ansu
ball
yeah Ansu you are doing well Ansu you are doing very well me impressed honestly. We impressing me.
So say has to folk and the has to folk attacking move be a has ebe ye biano. Kotoko e find a way to stop it. That's the reason why no has a man pussy threat be a
look Kwame, I think they say clearly your discussions now you know. If had to folk had good wingers they could have punished Asante Kotoko.
No correct.
Because anytime a moon say ball, I'm carry ball in the Martin Kakaria, he was finding it difficult to handle Patrick Asidu.
Yeah. Enra, one suggestion I may actually has opinion for say transfer now maybe you know has to folk defensively or match so me okay.
Honestly, yeah, true.
Baby also mo target wingers are or me sharp on bit mama
goals
and a striker.
Yeah.
I was say ohona has to folk target has to folk
goal scoring wingers.
Yes, has to folk anyone there. Emkoyi and Enra Kotoko na first half omo right side ono omo on taking for ho because the obo 2 justice blay on your offensive the obeka so operate the 7 the right wing chedam na on your offensive so Kotoko right side ono na in the first 45 minutes na enye the best
no mo buffer left
to baby Patrick Esiedu ne Wisdom Bassi no but the Kotoko here in the first half you say omo ma Alberta mo a boy as a 9.5 striker ono oye number 9 and o say number 10 because Baba Yahaya in the first half a drop deep ebeka in team ho so player was say oye creative job no player was oye sa playmaker role was Alberta Moa And Omujebo ni biana na Kotoko use quick transition because now has a ball high line in the first half.
You see, this is where I think it's a Coach KWAME Zito. Me idea opeso oye because Kotoko want to be very quick in their transitions.
Yeah.
In the transitions, nebeye Albert Amwa, Wisdom Bassi, Patrick Aseidu, Kwame Poku.
Yeah.
Omo transitional team no. And until ope Baba Yahya deep in midfield, say nebeye on the best setting them off. But see, this is where I think the problem is going to be. Kwame, Yahya will affect them.
Uncommon reason.
Kwame.
Baba was see.
Be affect too because it clearly a team was saying more transitional. It's a more bar. Once I bet someone a pie no be ball no be oba be fa ball no they are transitions no. It's a more they are looking at Wisdom ho Patrick Aseidu ho Kwame Poku into a transitional setup na no say. But I think it's a more teamer or good wingers. Or possessive baby, it will affect Kotoko.
No correct.
What I say because I don't like Baba Yahya too deep there. He's a number 10.
Say first half no. Na Kotoko use a quick transition no. Omu say House of Folk ebo high line. By problem omu facing here say Kotoko enya a lot of breaks. Nanka was omu breaking House of Folk high line. We patch for mama.
Okay.
High line na House of Folk ebo no. Anytime we are nipa na o leading here Kwame Poku. So what we are has to focus about high line. Look at omu defenders in the line, baby omo no. Omu decided some about high line, omu set it off. By omu ntimi anya sadie no. The reason why Kotoko breaks no munya ya nanka was omu di breaking has to focus die ni na no. Na Kwame Poku slow.
And just like you was omu catch back we omu catch how to focus. Exactly.
By na Kwame Poku slow. Entina e was say sa rounds na was so kono. Nanka otimi lead attack na emfa.
Kwame me prefer Abetam. Okay, Kwame Poku is good, but as I said, only Abetam one. As I said, back when the number 9. So coaching is a transitional setup now. No all year there. Then they will need a number 10 or carry ball very well. And they say, see, I no coaching person born there. Only here number 10 or carry ball very well. A ball carrier as number 10, we hear ball juggler as number 10 because the transitional team they see are not best set up there. You need that kind of profile. But never born 9 only Kwame Poku 9 anymore.
Yeah, because everyone said na Alberta one and lead lines na Kotoko betimi.
Exactly. Everyone come on and
because na Kwame Poku is slow kakra so high line na untimi running kofa balls no. But in the second half, and KWAME Zito decide they say, oyi a winger Ephraim, that's Fernando Bassi Ephraim. I know this Sakadao or this Sakadao Dabai, no. I know the Alberta Mwa. Echo wing so. So in the second half, Kotoko moved from a 4-4-2 and more of a 4-3-3. Because that time now Elvis Cheba for become. And the second half, no say Kotoko air dominate or mobile bowling na or more attacker. A timer or yes, a substitution or the Alberta Mwa call wins. I know the Elvis Cheba for buy or the Elvis Cheba for buy no. I know pussy Baba Yahya Edeneba number 10 to say the now. So second half no say Baba Yahya ban bebre.
Exactly.
And to Kotoko chassis so move dominate or move control or more attack.
So the second half they opted for more control than being transitional.
Yes.
That is good.
The second half Kotoko echo for control.
Yeah.
And to be, because they say now more of double number 10.
Yeah.
Cheba for Baba Yahya. And was Sade Alberta Mwaka 2 wings on the right side. And no this Sakadao da wings on the left side. And to Kotoko say omu pini has. By problem omunya moment me answer say omu do final third that ombe pass bebre instead of shooting. And at the frontier has of folk and consider goal no. With Kotoko chances omunya nyina na say has of folk defended very well. Omu goalkeeper ye saves Benjamin Asare. Oh, ye saves in the second half. And I have to folk Kunedu ya Dominic Calvin says be mun guys no. It defended very well.
Well, part 2. Senior man it was so. What's I say? Indeed, open you guys here. What's your observations? There.
Mama Shasia from Hearts of Folk. First of all, I dear Kwame who ye for a goalkeeper Benjamin Asare.
Yeah.
He will go post him for Hearts of Folk. He has that kind of command. He will go post him. He knows when to move out of the goal post. He knows when to stay in the goal post. And he's such a goalkeeper with so much experience. A bad thing, so many mistakes. I'll be letting the team down. And Nipa na me tepe so be the difference maker for Heart to Folk. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. I saw that thing in him yesterday. That kind of commanding presence in goal line area, and it helped Heart to Folk. Apart from what you Kumasi Asante Kotoko Heart to Folk. Recent meetings are player bakwaya na onye a very good game pa. Kelvin Osayasibe. No matter what, he's going to play extremely well. Obe bo game na bo game ni ye. But yemo game ni nkonko do say yempono. Especially from the 80th minute, ebe kwa see the 90th minute. That costly mistake, ebe man has to focus see the 3 maximum points. Ono na ball power on the day no. In penifosi konso ne boy hina na mistake na namne swaba no let it have to focus team ne down. But I know a game no. Calvin Osayasibe made sure say he's going to play well and take those mistakes I cause he have to focus team ne out. It's the end game in the previous games at Kelvin Abono. Most of the time, thought that over elaboration be of a ball now. Want to pass the ball, so hold on to the ball. Want to hold on to the ball, no person chinchilla or pass it. It's those timings I thought that it was wrong for the player and a coseno. But another game no wasn't like that. He knew when to pass those balls. He knew when to move with the ball. He knew when to release the ball. Now on Konkoya and Juba. As a defender for Heart to Folk Bobokono, and it helped very, very well for Heart to Folk. It worked extremely well for Heart to Folk. And now, aside that, there were certain changes in the second half. At least set aside, and so a glimpse of what he's able to do for Heart to Folk Bobokono. When he came in, Menkasonya, an excellent game, but he did very well for Heart to Folk. He knew when to hold on to the ball. That kind of magic cannot add in so we won't have in 50 on them. So we were football not taking Kotoko players on. Now we're creating spaces. Said your man teammates. Me who said any free set or say ho. And these were good things that Boama had to Folk. It me stay in the game. No man conceded. On the part of Asante Kotoko, one of the reasons Intia Kotoko and Timmy go, especially over the 18-yard area. Kwame had too much passes and after too many passes outside the 18-yard box. Oh, yeah, no need for one man. I never Kwame who here Kwaku. Kotoko the ball drew byline honma. Benjamin Asare now oh yeah cross and ya 18-yard area and Mwako face you know. And I said they allocate 2 players no. Or your goalkeeper or your tall. And then Sawa in boxing your backers were rich. It was told in Sana. There's a boss in the became so born for the 6-yard area. But Kumasi Asante Kotoko crosses now call Heart to Folk 18 box now call the 6-yard area. It's those balls your balls are no more body bang Benjamin Asare. Instead from the call for a cutback in open spaces. Now players that tap ball ni in no. Do byline honoma. No more bobo na kwa kwetwa Freddy Kasari anim. And those balls Freddy Kasari emanen trano because a trana assemble to Heart to Folk. It was one of the mistakes. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko team niya wani mu because players in the position outside the 18-yard area. Na nipa no kita ball instead of going for the cutback, no one located in Yonko Kotoko player no obey cross no a low cross and they are called the 6-yard area. Aye Benjamin Asare office. And some balls in no. Abrante ni make sure so be pick those balls. And so Ediama Heart to Folk Bobokono. On the part of Baba Yaya in the second half he did well. But a lot of the Baba Yaya born na all body Kumasi Asante Kotoko. As I said, the Oya underground rapper. And also Oya rapper. Now only good chorus and also only hook. Obaya rapper, they are just fans for boys who feel Sabanaka Prinu bottom. Baba Yaya born na all bono. Oberman fans, yes, Baba Yaya cheching, Baba Yaya dada, no, it is very true. But most of the time, he was slowing the Kumasi Asante Kotoko attack. Players need position on who ye. Was a quick release ball. I feel about Baba better than home, not in the Nafa ball, so no turning over elaboration was too much on the part of Baba Yaya. He did well in the second half. Abraunya, a lot of offensive opportunities. Say on football in corner, no, none the money, but they need to talk to him. I thought that he has to release the balls quick because the ball is always faster than the man.
True.
And I believe that these are the things that may observe your game anymore. But all in all, second half, first half of the day was boring. But honestly, the second half lived a little bit up to expectation as the biggest clash in the Ghana Premier League calendar. So kudos to the 2 teams.
Yeah, but sounds so baby, Abra Ken Etsnasia. I was say sounds so baby.